I've never cruised with Princess Cruises before, and I'm looking for advice. Can someone please help me?
That's the 15th question we're going to answer today in this series of sailor support. So, whether you're a first-time cruiser or a seasoned sailor, come aboard with us as we help you navigate the choppy waters of the cruise line industry and answer your burning questions from around the world.
Hi, we have booked a cruise with Princess for our honeymoon on the Sky Princess. We can't wait. I was hoping some of you seasoned veterans might be able to answer a few questions since the customer service line is lacking. First is Embarkation. We are Green Lane. How does that differ from the Blue Lane? And is it better? How early can we arrive to board the ship in Fort Lauderdale? Second is the Sanctuary. I know it's a free-for-all mad dash to book, but where do I go? Or do you have any advice on what times to try to target for best results? Third is Upgrades. Bidding starts 85 days out from the sailing. What types of bids have you had or have seen be successful? What is the bidding process like? Fourth is the Chef's Table. Is this worth it or not so much? I know this is also a free-for-all mad dash situation. Also, how does Princess generally do celebrating your honeymoon? I have no idea what to expect, so what kind of goodies or celebrations can I anticipate from them? Literally, any other advice and tidbits you can give, I'm interested. Thank you in advance.
Bring metal reusable straws. The ship only has paper ones, and they suck. Also, hook magnets for the cabin walls to hold ship itineraries and your medallions.
Blue Lane passengers have an additional step to do at the port. Usually, it's to pick up their medallion. The Sanctuary isn't free, you have to pay for it. For bidding on upgrades, there is an indicator from red to green that gives you an idea of how good your bid is. No idea at what point they accept a bid. I've seen people bidding the same amount with one getting selected and one rejected. The Chef's Table food is subjective. It's a set menu, not for fussy eaters. I'm elite on Princess, and I've never seen a mad dash situation for anything. Generally, half the passengers are in scooters or are seniors with mobility issues, and they aren't dashing anywhere. Enjoy your cruise.
Pay the $10 to have your medallion mailed to you. This is your key to everything on the ship. It comes with a free lanyard. If you dislike wearing a lanyard, you can purchase a wristband instead. The medallion is waterproof. I bought a wristband for $12 and wore it the whole trip, including in the shower. You can reserve your main dining room times on the Medallion app. If you eat at the buffet, wash your hands before eating and after you serve yourself. This is where the norovirus gets easily spread. There are hand sanitizer stations located by elevators, near entrances to restaurants, etc. I cough a lot due to allergies, so I wore masks while in large group settings like productions. I ate breakfast in the buffet frequently, but I sat in a less popular dining area. On the bus to the airport, I heard about people who had gotten COVID-19 on the cruise. I found out my family also got COVID-19 on the ship. I did not. The Crown Princess had free laundry facilities. You can purchase soap for $1.40 or bring your own. Purchase heavy, 100-pound magnetic hooks. The walls are metal, and the hooks allow you to hang stuff up like hats, empty backpacks, binoculars, etc. Also, bring a magnet for your door. You can use the magnet to quickly identify your stateroom.
Congratulations on your upcoming nuptials. You'll see a ton of activities happening on the ship every day and at all hours. Avoid trying to do all the things there are to do and focus on why you're on that ship, because you only get one honeymoon. Enjoy your time together. And on that note, 4 words of advice. Thin walls. Behave accordingly, or misbehave, just do so accordingly, and consider we can hear you.
I felt the chef's table was a bit rushed, and there was too much food and too much wine. I know that's an odd complaint, but I've done other fancy meals with wine pairings, and they've been well-paced. The wine was bottomless, it felt, and everything was just too much. We never got a chance to enjoy it. I got very sick from the meal, too. Honestly, I liked the pacing in the main dining room better, and the food was just as decent.
We just finished on the Grand Princess, and the chef's table is absolutely worth the extra fee. We immediately went to guest services after boarding to request it, and we were able to get on the list. There were 6 other people at our table, and we got to tour the biggest kitchen and learn about the service. They held the chef's table 2 to 3 times on our 7-day cruise. Our chef was very personable and spoke to us throughout the meal and explained what we were eating and how his history as a chef and person influenced him in creating the dish. I was very impressed with everything and usually am pretty lackluster. There were a million dishes and I felt like dying by the end because of all the courses. The wine also flowed freely. Whenever your cup was empty, they would refill it. There was a champagne, white, red, and dessert wine served. It felt like we were royalty, and a similar experience in the city would have gone for $200 to $300 easily. Another couple who had done the chef's table before on other cruises said our chef was the most personable one they've ever had. The other chefs usually stopped by and spoke once or twice then left. I thought we were lucky in this aspect. It really enriched the experience for me. The other food was pretty average, really hit or miss in the main dining room, and the buffet was like any other buffet you've probably been to. The desserts were terrible most of the time, which was disappointing. Room service was surprisingly very good, always came within 30 minutes, accurate, and hot stuff actually kept its temperature by the time it came to us.
Congratulations! If you have a travel agent, they can help with pretty much all of these. Green Lane is the fastest. It means all your paperwork is in order and ready to go. Princess recently abandoned scheduled boarding times, thank goodness, so you can arrive when you like. You should have or will receive an email showing the earliest boarding time. It may be as early as 11, but understand it can be quite a bit later, depending on how fast they were able to get the past sailing done and the ship cleaned. Also, understand your cabin might not be ready and your bags may not arrive for several hours, so bring what you most need in a carry-on bag. Your travel agent can make sure you get a bit of a honeymoon celebration. Ask them to make sure it is specified in your booking. Have a great trip.
Now, it's your turn. What are your top tips for a smooth embarkation? Do you know the secret to securing that sanctuary spot? Or have you cracked the code on winning those upgrade bids? And for the foodies out there, was the chef's table a royal feast or a sinking ship? Drop all your thoughts, tips, and questions in the comments section below, and let's keep the conversation going. Until next time.
That's all for now, sailors. Make sure you are subscribed to our channel, hit the like button on this video, and we'll see you next time, sailing on the high seas.